Okay, I want to go over how to do the linear regression on your calculator. And so this is the problem I did in class today, and I just want to make a video here so you have a reference point if you're stuck on using it. So we talked about, and there's a separate video on just inputting data. So I've got this data here set in my stat list. So here, stat, edit, list. I've already put in this data we had for today, and as I said, there's a separate video on inputting the data on the scatter plot and creating that. Now to do a linear regression, you already have to have the data in, and we're going to do the linear regression. I'm going to show you where the couple of them are here. So I'm going to go here again to stat, but I'm going to go over to calc, and I'm going to go down here to linear regression. Then I'm going to put in my list. Now it will default to lists 1 and 2, but in case yours aren't in there, list, I've got list 1, comma, list 2. Now it will default here if you put nothing. But if, for instance, you've got several different data going on for different problems, you don't want to clear them because especially if you're going back and forth between different problems, you might want to use different lists. And so this way you can use whichever list you want. And then you hit enter. And this comes up. So this says that using down here in this linear regression 68, this is y equals, and this will be 2.654. There's our slope, and then our y-intercept is 197.92, which is going to make sense. That should be the population in 1969. If you look at this is going up 69, 70. Go back a little bit. That makes sense to us. Now, this talks about diagnostics as correlation R. You'll notice it's not here. How do you get it? Well, once you turn it on your calculator, it will be there each time, but you do have to turn it on. So you want to go to the catalog, and the catalog is down here and on top of the 0. So I'm going to go second, 0. And you want to go all the way down to diagnostic. Now, as a note, if you go alpha and then go to D, it'll skip to the D's. Alpha, D. It'll skip to the D's, or you can just go down. And I want to hit this diagnostics on and just click it. Now I'm going to go back in and I'm going to redo this test. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. One more down. And now you'll notice it gave me the two R values. And what that tells you is the closer it is to 1, the better it is. And that means the better the fit of the line. And that's a stats thing. You don't really know. We're not going to cover it. It might, though, be in some of the homework problems if you're looking for it. Now, this also talks about how you can do logarithmic regressions, how to do exponentials. Well, how can you do those? Well, they're all right here. I go to calc, and you can see right here, quadratic, cubic, quartic, linear. There's another linear. This is a log regression. This is going to give you can see in times of this right there. There's A, there's my B. It's in this form. So it's going to tell you the form, and it's going to tell you what the coefficients are. So that would be the answer to 67 here. And you can see this fit isn't as good as the straight linear one we did. Finally, there's also in here an exponential one. Obviously, we're doing the logs and the exponentials right now, so those are good to know where are. Come down here. And there you can see we've got a logistic regression we talked about today, sign regression, exponential regression right here. So when I do that one, you can see there A times B to the X, and it gives us A and B. And so again, you can see this is also a very good fit. So that might be another way to do that. So that's how you get the different regressions on your TI, as well as how to turn on those diagnostics functions if you want them, either for the homework problems now, or if you want them for future in your different stats classes. Also, don't forget, you do want to make sure you're looking at the plot, and obviously that's in a different one, but if you come here to the scatter plot, I've got this one turned on here, graph here. I've already got, you can see that would tell us, oh, that looks pretty linear. That's how you're going to decide which of these to run. Now, obviously, you can run a couple of them, but this is a good way to decide what. And as I said, there's a separate video just on that.